So, welcome everyone. So this is gentle yoga. So we're gonna be moving. We're gonna be standing. It's um, but we're gonna be gentle with it. So so glad that we can get together like this. Things are still a little strange. It's kind of interesting though how you kind of adapt a little bit, but you're really resistant to do it. But you start to adapt a little bit, but still having a little hard time with it, and I'm sure that others of you are as well. So let's just come to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. So maybe you're sitting on that pillow, maybe you're sitting on a block, and just let your body come to land and let your eyes softly close. And just start to notice the breath. So let's start with your breath and notice how, without changing anything, just notice how the breath is moving through the body. And just notice how you begin with your breathing. I'm just going to read two things before we start. So the first thing I want to read is it's written by Richard Jeffries. And I've read it in class before, so some of you might remember it. And as I'm reading this, just think about connecting to the ground. So think about your connection to ground and move around and see if you can make yourself feel a little more connected, maybe through the outer edges of the legs or through the seat. And once you find your connection to ground, think about stacking your shoulders and opening the heart a little bit. And always come back to the soft closure of the eyelids, like a soft shade on your eyes. A butterfly comes and stays on a leaf much warmed by the sun, and shuts his wings. In a minute, he opens them and shuts them again, half wheels round, and by, just when he chooses and not before, he floats away. The flowers open and remain open for hours to the sun. Hastelessness is the only word one can make up to describe it. There is much rest, but no haste. Each moment is so full of life that it seems so long and so sufficient in itself. Now, the reason I wanted to read that one is because of those words, right? Each moment feels so full of life that it seems so long. So we're kind of in that stage, right, where we're kind of confined and each moment seems so long. So instead of stressing about that, instead of letting the feelings of being maybe insecure or dealing with wanting to get out there and not be bored or not doing the same thing over and over again, let's think of that butterfly and the flowers. So again, taking our cue from nature, as Brian told us last week in his writing. So nature can teach us. So in the end, when we find ourselves with these feelings where each moment seems so long and it seems hard to fill it, maybe we can think of it in a different way. Think of it as having more space just to be present and not get so attached to what we're noticing, but to find a way to allow it to be there and create space for it so that maybe we can learn something from it. So Brian's written for us, Searching for Gold. Wouldn't it be great if you could go for a walk and find piles of pure gold waiting to be gathered? No effort would be required. However, if gold was so abundant, it wouldn't have any value. Anything worthwhile takes effort. Whatever is readily available doesn't have much worth. Gold is a perfect example of this concept. Reaching your goals is no different from searching for gold. The reason more people don't live their dreams is because it requires hard work and dedication. Your search for gold within yourself is a never-ending pursuit. It's a journey, not a destination. You can always dig deeper inside with the objective of further self-development. Each of us has flaws that can be corrected. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It's never too late, or it's never too early or too late to begin your internal prospecting. To start, look in the mirror. What you see is your gold mine. There is a virtually limitless supply of riches within yourself. How far or how long you have to dig is irrelevant. Time goes by regardless of what you're doing. Why not devote your energy to going for the gold? You can live your dreams, get started today. You will never have any regrets if you do. So here's our perfect time, right, where we can start looking for all that gold inside of ourselves, and taking the advice of nature as well as Brian, and just kind of softly looking into that time, that space that we have, and maybe find something inside of ourselves that we didn't know, that we didn't remember was there, because we always know, we just forget. So let's bring our palms to the heart and let the elbows point out to each side. Think about the thumbs touching lightly, tips of the thumbs at the chest. Let your fingertips turn in towards your chin, and then lift up through the crown of the head, and let your chest push into the thumbs, and the thumbs just lightly push back. Take a full deep breath in and let it go. So feel the chest push into the thumbs. Full breath in, feel the lift and openness, and let it go. Again, full breath in and let it go. Now, as you open the eyes, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, look up. When the palms come to touch, exhale, palms to the heart. Inhale, reach out, palms up, and let the arms float up. When the palms come to touch, exhale, palms to the heart. Now, next time we exhale, we're going to make the sound of Om. Inhale, reach out now, filling the body with breath. And we'll open the eyes. So let's come to stand. So if you have blocks or you have things that you use for support, just have them near you. And I'm hoping you have your mat horizontal, so long, and you're facing toward me. And bring your thumbs on your hips and let your fingers drape around your hip bone. Now let your belly draw in as you exhale, and let your back round. So draw the shoulders forward. Let the elbows are pointing out a little bit to each side. And then think about inhaling. Draw the elbows back, lift the chin, push the heart forward. Let your toes spread out to take the weight, and then exhale. Roll the shoulders forward, draw the belly in, tuck the chin, look down at your toes, parallel the feet, let the elbows move in as well. Inhale. So the fingers are just sliding as you inhale. Push the chest forward, push the hips forward, lift the chin, and then exhale. Belly draws way in toward the spine, and we round the back, tucking the chin, elbows rolling in, and then inhale one more time. Roll those elbows back. Now bring your hands behind you, light interlace of the fingers, palms up, and lift your left shoulder and roll it back, and then lift the right shoulder and roll it back. So think about really drawing the shoulder forward and lifting, left shoulder, and then exhale, draw it back and down. And then right shoulder, draw it forward and lift, exhale, draw it back and down. You should be feeling you're creating an arch in the back. So one more time, each shoulder, lift the left, drive forward, and then up and back and down, and then the right, drive forward and lift it up and back and down. Now move your hands away from your seat, lift your toes, both feet, feel the ball and the heel of the foot, really engage, and feel the muscles in the leg engage. Move the hands away from the seat and think about knuckles driving down. Your hips, let them, keep the toes lifted, keep them spreading. Move the belly forward, and then a little lift of the chin, And then land the toes. Move the weight into the back of the pads of the toes, and then even it out in the heel. And then start to let the glutes relax and the muscles in the legs relax, and draw the knuckles down. Feel the openness in your chest. Now release the fingers, palms up, reach the arms out and up. Bring the arms up, drive the thumbs back, pinkies up, look up, lift your chin. Now turn your right hand, let it come down on the outside of your right leg. Look to the left hand, a little turn of the chin to the left, reach up to the left fingers, and then fold over to the right. Let the left hand reach over the head, fingertips. Let the right hand just kind of tiptoe down the outside of the leg. And just let your both feet stay evenly weighted. So there's a little push to the hip to the left. Feel the stretch in the whole left side. Now palm up on that right hand. Come back up long again. Drive the thumbs back, pinkies up, shoulders heavy. Turn that left hand. Let it come down. Pads of the fingers find the outside of your left leg. Look to the right. So turn your chin to the right shoulder. That's going to open up the arm a little bit. And then think about bringing the arm over the head. So let your head tilt. So the left ear reaching toward that left shoulder, and the arm reaching over the head, and your hip is pushing a little to the right, and your fingers of that left hand are walking down the outer edge of that left leg. Now inhale, left palm up, bring the arms up again. So we're straight here. Thumbs back, pinkies up. Lift your chin a little bit more. One more time each side. This time, turn that right hand, and this time bringing the arm behind the back. Turn your chin to the left shoulder. So looking towards your left shoulder. And then reach up through that left hand and start to fold to the right this time. So that left hand reaching over the head, fingers reaching. Push your hip a little bit to the left hip, so you can feel that stretch increase, and both feet are evenly taking the weight. Now inhale, right hand out and up, drive the thumbs back, pinkies up, lift your chest, then left hand turns and the palm turns back and the arm wraps the back. So support the lower back, then turn your chin to the right arm. And then lift up through the fingers of the right hand and let them reach to the left, a little push of the right hip to the right as well. And then think about both feet taking the weight evenly, so we're not losing the toes of either foot. Deep breath in, feel the stretch in your whole right side now. Now inhale, reach both arms up. This time bring the palms to touch. Interlace the thumbs, reach up through the fingers, press down through the feet. So engage the muscles of the leg. Both legs, feel your toes pressing, ball of the foot and heel. As you exhale, turn the hands away, close the eyes and let the outside of the legs take both hands, palms of the hands. Now roll both shoulders forward, lift them up, flip your palms up, inhale, wide sweeping the arms up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Now tips of the thumbs at the chest, just like we started. Tilt the fingers in, so palms together. Your middle finger is pointing towards your chin. Elbows are pointing out to each side. Now roll the shoulders forward, lift them, and snuggle them down. Now think about when we're going to bend our knees, but don't bend your knees and push your knees forward. Lean forward a little bit, chest into the thumbs. Move your seat back, and then bend the knees. We're dropping the tail, and the toes are going to start to lift. We're coming into looking for that chair. Toes are going to start to float. Now use your thumbs at your chest to push into the chest. Lift your chin. Now land the pads of the toes. Inhale, open the arms wide. So palms face me, fingers spread. Arms move back like we're an eagle spreading our wings. And then exhale, cross, left over right. Land each hand on the opposite shoulder. Now drop your tail a little lower. Inhale, lift the elbow tips up. Lift your gaze. And then release the arms slowly and let the arms be wide. Come into chair. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more breath here. Now, as we exhale, palms to the heart, thumbs to the chest, straighten the legs as you inhale. Relax the shoulders, tilt the chin again. So think of rolling the shoulders forward, lifting them and rolling them back and down. Now, the back of the toes are landed, pads of the toes, and the ball of the foot and heel, totally connected. Let's close the eyes, take a deep breath in, and let it go. Now we're going to open the eyes, push the thumbs into the chest, a little lean forward with the chest, move the seat back, and then bend the knees. Maybe you go a little bit lower. Maybe you won't. Lift your chin. And now let your toes float. Ball and the heel are really engaged here. Now inhale. Let the arms open out again like they're wings. Keep soft elbows. Lift your chin. And exhale. This time, bring the arms in front, cross right over left. Land each hand on the opposite shoulder. Now move your seat back and down. Land the pads of the toes. Lift the elbow tips as much as you can, as much or as little as is comfortable for you. And then inhale, open your arms wide. Look up. So your arms don't have to be straight. They can be at an angle. They can be wide. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath here. Now bring the palms back to the heart, thumbs at the chest. And then straighten the legs as you inhale. Inhale, wide sweep of the arms, out and up. Exhale, palms to the heart. We're just going to take 3 breaths here. So lift your toes, spread them out, land them. Close the eyes for a moment. Hands are in prayer right in front of you. Your elbows are pointing down. Your shoulders are heavy. Let go of the weight of the body into the floor. As you open the eyes, inhale, sweep the arms back and up. Let the palms lightly touch, and then exhale. Turn the palms away from each other and let the hands just land on the outside of the thighs. Inhale, turn the palms up, reach out and up. Engage with the belly, feel the stretch all the way down the abdomen, and exhale, press away. One more time, inhale, palms up, reach out and up. Exhale, this time, palms to the heart. So we're gonna turn to the right, and I want you to step your right foot forward and bring your hands on your hips and lift your left foot and send it back and come into a lunge. So first lunge, so maybe you want your foot anchored. Maybe your foot isn't going to be that far back. So think about, look at your right foot, knee over ankle. Bring your left hip in. So that left hand pulls that left hip forward. So you have to lift your back heel if your foot is anchored to lift, to bring that hip forward. Just squaring the shoulders, squaring the back. And if you want here, come onto the ball of the foot, press into that right foot, lean forward just a tiny bit, and lift your left foot and send it back. Come into a lifted lunge with your back heel lifted. Now bring your palms to the heart and look up. And then open the arms like they're those wings, those eagle wings. Move the back of the hands back of the arms, let the chest push open, let your chin lift. And as you exhale, keep the openness in the shoulders and bring the palms back to the heart. Now inhale, sweep the arms back, both hands facing each other, palms facing each other. We're reaching those fingers, middle finger toward the back heel. Bend the back knee, sink your hip, land the front big toe, and inhale, leading with the thumbs, reach the arms up, drive the thumbs back, pinky fingers up. Look up, deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, we're going to turn and open. So anchor the back foot, open the arms, open the shoulders, open that hip, and then scooch the hip in just a little bit, left hip. Make sure your front knee is not turning in or out. And then look from arm to arm. Get a sense of your arms being level. Drive your pinky finger back, and then press your palms upward. Let them lift upward. That rolls the shoulders. You feel the heaviness in the shoulders. Now bend the elbows. Bring the palms right to the heart. Look at your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press the hands away like you're pushing 2 walls away, and then reach to the fingers. Now bend the elbows. Keep the elbows pushing back. Bring the palms together right at the heart. And then exhale. Turn your hands away. Press away those walls. Fingers reaching toward the opposite wall. One more time. Inhale. Energy as you bring the hands together, like you're drawing the energy together between the palms of the hands, and then push it away again. Push it away. Now inhale. Bring that left arm forward. Lift your back heel. Bend that back knee. Lift your chest and chin. And from here, as you exhale, lean forward. Bring the fingertips to the mat and lift that left foot. step it forward. Hands on the knees, stretch the back. So draw the belly in. So we're high here. Our legs are straight. And I'm thinking of looking straight down. I want you to bring your crown of the head forward. Think of touching that wall in front of you. Bring your tail back. Find the evenness of the weight in the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Now extend the arms back so palms face each other. And then think of moving your tail down, bending the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Come into your chair. Exhale, sink your hips. Toes can float here. Arms can be wide. Inhale, sink. Reach the fingers up. Exhale, sink your tail. So really draw the belly in, tuck the tail down. And then bring the palms to the heart. From here, lean forward, look at your toes. Bring the fingertips down. Stretch the left leg and then the right leg. So bending one knee and then stretching. Spread your toes out, land them. Move your hands forward a little bit so you can move your seat forward a little bit. So your seat's not pushing back. You're kind of walking your hands forward, shoulders over wrists, so you can stretch the leg and really feel the hamstring stretch. So bend one knee and then stretch the other leg. One more time, each side. Now walk your hands back onto the mat beside your toes. Bring your hands to your shins. Stretch the spine long. Tuck the chin, hands on the thighs. Roll up. And we're going to take that wide step. Come back to the mat again, facing me. Wide legs here. They don't have to be too wide. It's our first wide stretch here. So thumbs at the seat, fingers draping the hip bone. And just start to lift your heels. Turn your heels in a little bit so your toes are kind of angled open. From here, hands on the thighs, start to lean forward a little bit. Let the knees soften, move your tail back, and then bend the knees, hands on the knees. So hands on the kneecap. So fingers draping the knees, just rock a little side to side. So make sure that the knee and the toes are facing the same direction. So I want you to think about moving your seat back, getting your back flat and getting a little lower here. And think about keeping the chin lifted so you're looking forward, but you're rocking from side to side. So we're going to start to think about those shoulders, moving back away from the ears, maybe drop the tail a little bit lower. And then we're going to come to be still. Now, I want you to turn your toes in, so parallel the feet. And then think about that left shoulder, stretch that right leg, stretch the left leg, bring the left shoulder toward that right knee. And then come back up to center, rock a little bit. And then we're going to do the other side. So start to stretch your right leg, bring the right shoulder toward the left knee. And then come back to center, rock a little bit. And then hands on the thighs, start to tuck the chin, lift up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, bring the palms to touch. Exhale, palms to the heart. Toe heel your feet in. So now we're going to go to the left side of the mat. So left toes, left foot forward, hands on the hips, lift the right foot, send it back. Maybe that first, the foot will be anchored. And then think about bending that left knee over the ankle. And then think about now that right hip coming forward a little bit. So you have to lift your heel of that right foot to bring your hip forward, to let the foot swivel a little bit. And then from here, think about bringing the arms back, reaching toward the back of the heel. Palms face each other, fingers reaching, chest lifting. And then think about bringing the hands forward and up and lift your back heel. So come to that back heel floating, bend that right knee, sink your hips, let your arms be wide, let your chin and chest lift, and then really reach through that back heel. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now one more time, inhale, reach the arms back, open the shoulders, open the chest, create the arch in the back, create a strain through that back leg, push into that front foot, especially the big toe, let the rest land. And then inhale, arms up, Warrior one, thumbs back, pinkies up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now we're gonna open the hip, anchor the foot, open the arms, and keep that left knee over ankle. Look back and forth. Make sure your arms are about level, and then relax your shoulders. Now flip your palms up and see how much space you have to bring your shoulders more open. And then bend the elbows, bring the palms at the heart here. Now, energy here as you exhale, press those walls away and then reach through the tips of each finger. Look to the middle finger of that left hand. Inhale, let the elbows bend. Bring the prayer together at center. Exhale, press the hands away. Reach and extend. One more time. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, press the hands away. So we're pressing the wall away. So maybe it's a wall of doubt. Maybe it's some of constriction that we have, that we've made in our own mind. See if you can loosen it a little bit. Now inhale, right arm forward, right hip, lift your back heel, come back to your warrior one. Softness in that right knee. And start to reach the arms back, push long through that back leg, bring your belly, chest forward, and then land the fingers and step that right foot forward. So hands on the shins, come up long, tall. So think about, we're making a right angle. So hands on the knees, we're gonna push the weight into the toes a little bit by reaching the head forward. So the head reaches, the neck reaches, the shoulders are gonna pull away from the ears. We're creating length in the spine. And then think about sliding the fingers lower, tucking the chin, and letting the fingers find the mat, and then walk your hands a little off the mat so you can put more weight into the back of the toes. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So here we're engaging with the hamstring. So think about bending the right knee, and then the left knee, and then the right, and then the left. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Now hands back on the shins, create a long back, tuck the chin, hands on the thighs, roll up. From here, we're gonna come up tall, reach the arms back, open the chest. So push your hips forward, create that arch in the back. Now as we exhale, we're gonna move our tail back, arms forward and up, come into the chair. And move your tail back a little bit more, drop your tail, draw the belly in, tuck the tail down, reach the arms wider, let the toes float, drive the thumbs up, pinky fingers as well. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. From here, palms at the heart, start to straighten the body, and then we're gonna turn forward and open the legs again. So let's get a little wider. So parallel the feet, thumbs on the glutes, roll the shoulders, big shoulder rolls. And then bring the hands behind right away, interlace, move the hands away from the seat, and snuggle the left shoulder, then the right shoulder, then the left shoulder, then the right shoulder. So let your hips sway a little bit. And just feel the shoulders moving back and the openness of the heart that you're creating. And then move the hands away from the seat, drive the knuckles down, lift your chin, push your chest and chin forward. Feel it right at your abdomen. Now start to look forward at the wall across from you and start to move your tail back. And find the weight even in the back of the toes, the ball of the foot, the heel, and then follow the gaze on the floor until you can look straight down. Now think of the crown of the head reaching toward the opposite wall, and your tail this time pointing up. Keep lowering your chin. The crown of the head is floating over the floor now. The arms are lifting. So if you have tight shoulders, right here, just stop where you are. Roll the shoulders, draw them forward, lift them, and draw them back. And if they're really tight, lift up a little bit more. And if they're really tight, separate the hands and do that. So there's energy through the fingers, but the hands are not constricting and the shoulders have more freedom. And then think of tucking the chin, crown of the head floating, fingertips reaching up toward that ceiling. Now bring the arms on each side, maybe grabbing by your ankle or the outside of your leg. Now look to the floor. Bring your fingers, tips on the floor, spider fingers. Now move the head forward. So shoulders are more over the wrist, but you're on the floor. And then maybe the palms come down. And then maybe you can widen your feet. So what we're thinking of here is we're finding the arms like are supporting half of our body. The feet are supporting the rest, the feet and the legs. So shoulders over wrists. Let the shoulders pull away from the ears. Reach the crown of the head forward and land the whole foot. The weight is even on both feet. Now lift your tail up, and then as you exhale, tuck your chin, let your elbows bend, and look into that space between your legs. Shake your head no. Don't let your shoulders hang. Shake your head no. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now from here, come to a long spine again, and then exhale, bend, and let the forearms lower, let the head maybe lower. Inhale, press into the hands, long spine. Exhale, fold at the elbows, lift the tail. Now walk one hand onto the mat and then the other. Maybe your palms are down, maybe you're on the tips of the fingers. So it's a subtle finding a balance in the palms of the hands. And then think about reaching the arms out, maybe grabbing the ankles, tucking the chin, let the elbows point to each side, snuggle your shoulders again, shake your head out. Maybe the hands reach the toes. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, hands back to the center of the mat. Look at the floor, toe heel, one foot and then the other, and bring your feet hip width. See if you can keep your fingers on the floor. So coming into a nice stretch for the hamstring. If you need to, bend the knees. Now, hands on the shins, tuck your chin. Let your fingers slide up over the knees, over the thighs. Start to lift your chin, lift your shoulders, and then draw the shoulders back. When the head is lifted, open the arms, bring the arms up, bring the hands to touch overhead, spread those toes, interlace the fingers, press the palms up, look up toward the ceiling. Now, as you exhale, turn the palms towards you and let your shoulders relax. So I want you just to bend the left leg, step the foot open just a little bit. And then rock, keep your arms up in the air, rock a little side to side. And then turn your hands and let the palms come on the outer edges of your legs. Now, when you come to be still, I want you to feel the evenness of the weight in your feet. So start to shift the weight into the right foot. Just lift the toes and maybe the heel of the left foot, but not the whole foot. Just shift the weight. Feel how that feels to send all the way to the right foot. Now bring the right foot down and then lift the toes of, do the other side. Lift the toes, be on the ball of the foot, shift the weight, and feel heaviness in your shoulders. And now come back to both feet. So the weight is even. So we're gonna just bend the left knee, come on to the ball of the foot, lift the heel. Try not to move your right hip. Now think about hands on the hip here. So thumbs on the glutes, fingers draping your thigh bone. Lift your knee slowly. Lift your knee slowly. Slide the left hand to the knee, sliding down the thigh. And see if you can slide the hand down over the knee, down the leg to the ankle. Now bring your left knee in line with your right thigh if you can. Slide your hands maybe to the top of the foot or to the back of the toes. And then think about just reaching your right arm up, palm up. Reach your arm up and then flip your palm upward. Now bend that right knee just a little bit. Start to lean forward. Anybody that needs to can go to a wall. Put your right hand on the wall. Let your left leg move back. Let your toes lift. Let your chest stay lifted. Come into dancer. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, start to come back up. Bring your right hand to your hip. Start to straighten. Drop that left leg. Hands on the hips. Just rock your hips side to side. And then make a little circle. So bend your knees. Let your seat move back and around. Bend the knees, move forward. Keep the body soft and a little crooked. And then go the other direction. Now come back to both feet, taking the weight evenly. And we're going to come on to the toes and the ball of the right foot. So let the left foot take the weight. Feel that. So don't move your left hip. Let the foot take the weight. And from the hip down to the ankle to the floor, you're a straight line. Now think about lifting that right foot. So slide your hand, right hand down the thigh to the knee. Maybe even hold the knee for a moment. Maybe even slide the hand down the shin, grab the ankle, draw that knee back so that it's in line with that left leg. Maybe the hand will slide on the top of the foot or the toes. Maybe you're going to be at that wall. Maybe your palm will be resting on the wall. And you can even extend the arm out with the palm pushing, in your mind, push the palm into the wall. So create it in your mind, visualize. Remember our visualization article that we read, I think it was yesterday. Think about that. You're visualizing the hand on the wall and you're holding that extended right leg. Now tilt the body, tip that, bend that left knee, and trust that you can move your chest a little forward and move your leg a little back, flip your palm up, maybe palm reaching up. So the idea of the palm reaching up is energy up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now start to bring your hand back to the hip, bring the knee forward, step it down, hands on the hips, just get soft in the knees, move the seat around in a circle, and then move in the other direction. And then come back into mountain, reach the arms out and up, bring the palms to touch, reach the fingers up. So fingers are spread, there's energy here. Drive your thumbs back, pinkies up, bend the elbows, and slowly let the palms come back to the heart. Close the eyes. Think of those eyelids, they're soft shades. Think of the shoulders landing. Think of your breath, full and strong. Quiet the mind, quiet the body. Let the muscles and the legs relax. Let the weight just kind of melt to the back of the toes, the ball of the foot, the heel, and the shoulders melt. Let the crown of the head float up. Full breath in, full breath out. One more breath here. Full breath in, full breath out. Now, as we open the eyes, we're going to turn to the right and we're going to come into a plank. So bring your hands down, walk your feet out. Now look back at your feet. Make sure that they're hip width, reach through the heels, roll the elbows in, spread those fingers. So the palms are pressing, but every pad of the finger is pressing and they're spread. So there's more balance here when you spread, just like the toes. The big toe, first, second, and third toe take the weight, and the other two help by spreading out a little bit more. Draw the belly way in, squeeze the glutes, and let the tail drop just a tiny bit. Think of the crown of the head reaching forward, so your back gets longer, your spine gets longer, and your shoulders aren't pointing up. We're pressing down through the hands, engaging the belly, and the shoulders are strong. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, lightly drop your knees. Keep the toes tucked. Press the seat back. Don't move. Don't lift your arms. Drop your ears below your arms. Maybe the top of the head lands. Maybe it doesn't. Now, come on to the tips of the fingers and the arms lift a little higher and drop the ears a little lower. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Now, palms down, look to your hands. Press your seat back. Tuck those toes. Now, as you inhale, bend your elbows, glide your head, your chest, your chin forward. Get your body long. Keep the toes tucked for a moment. Bring your chest forward of the arms. Engage the belly. Get those shoulders strong. Hug those elbows in. Now, lift up your knees and reach your heels. Strong plank. Draw that belly in, looking straight down. Think of the crown of the head reaching away from the heels. Deep breath in, Deep breath out. Now press yourself back this time to a down dog. Now you might be a little wide with the hands and the feet. So walk one foot in and then the other. Bend your knees, squat, come to a squat, but keep all the edges of the palm and all the fingertips pressing. Roll those elbows in, pull the shoulders away from the ears, lift the tail, even in the squat. Now extend one heel, then the other. Soften the heart space. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now come forward to your plank. We're gonna drop that right leg, cross it. It's the knee is in the center of the mat. The foot, top of the foot's on the floor. Bring your right hand in line with your knee. Extend the left foot. Open up your hip, land your foot. Bring your left hand to your hip and open your shoulder. So you should be open facing me. Now think of your shoulder.
That shoulder, that left shoulder, roll it forward and then open it back. Roll it forward and then open it back. Find the whole left foot pressing. Now look to your right hand. Is your wrist under your shoulder? If it's not, fix it. Now bring your left hand to your heart. Lift your elbow, draw the elbow back, look up, and then lift the arm. Strongly press into the top of the right foot and the whole sole of the left foot. Relax your shoulders. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then you can stay right here. You can stay right here, or you can bring your hand to your hip, elbows pointing back. Flex that left foot, lift it away from the floor. So you're pushing that foot into the wall behind you. Think about that. Now lift your arm back up. Left arm, fingers spread. Reach up to the tips of the fingers, down to the palm of your hand. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now land your foot, bring your hand to your hip, look to the right hand, bring the left hand down, left knee down, back to your down dog, bicycle. So set up your down dog again. So find where your shoulders are relaxed, your arms are at an angle, your tail is lifted, your heels are reaching. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now come forward to your plank, strong plank. Drop the left leg so the top of the foot's on the floor. The knee's about the center of the mat. Now bring your left hand about middle of the mat, in line with your knee. Look to your right foot. Your toes are in line with that knee. Now open your shoulder by bringing your hand to your hip. Find the top of that left foot. So if you're on the toes, flatten, be on the top of the foot. Look to your left hand, make sure your shoulder's over the wrist. Open that elbow of that right arm so that you can turn your chin.
And then lift the arm up. Reach up to the fingers, down to the palm of that left hand. Find the top of that left foot again. Now you can stay right here. So you have a long neck, so don't let your head hang. Your head is reaching toward one wall. Your foot is pressing into the floor, and your arms reaching, that right arm's reaching to the ceiling, left is pressing into the mat. So you're grounded. You're stacked, you're grounded, you're lined up. If you want to, bend the elbow, bring the hand to the hip. So that shoulder rolls back because the elbow is rolling back. And then think about flexing strongly to the right foot and pressing it into that wall and reaching strongly and reach through the crown of the head. And then lift that arm back up. Don't lose the top of that left foot. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Now bring your foot down, bring your hand to your hip. Look to the left hand, bring the right hand and right knee.
Here, we're gonna bring knees to the edges of the mat, wide, big toes touch. Press your seat to your heels. Come onto the forearms. Shoulders are over the elbows. So we're not low here. I want you to feel your seat on your heels. Then just rock a little side to side. And see if you can really connect your seat to your heels. If you feel connected,
long, bring the forearm down. Left arm long, bring the forearm down. Let your head, top of the head, drop to the mat. If you've lost your seat, lift up. Push your seat to your heels and see if you can find your head again. Maybe it's just the ears between the arms, falling between the arms. Maybe you can walk your hands forward and get a little deeper. So try not to bring your hands together. Try and keep your arms long. That gives you a better stretch for your shoulders. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Now, as you lift your head, look to your hands. Walk one arm back, then the other, and come up for a moment to sit on those heels. Bring your hands behind, pads of the fingers on the floor. Lift your chest and chin. So the further you move the hands away, maybe you can lift your hips and let your chest and chin lift toward the ceiling. Get a stretch in those thigh muscles. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now bring the hip seat down, bring the hands forward, and we're going to come to sit. So come with the legs stretched out. So face me. It doesn't matter if your legs are on the floor. Now just bring your hands beside you and lift and draw one hip back and then the other. And let your shoulders be soft here. And then think about flexing. So we're hip width. Think about flexing. Bring the hands on the knees. Let your shoulders roll forward and lift and place them on the back. And then open the arms again. So think of, there's a bend in the elbow. So the elbows move back and then the arms move, the hands move back. And they're like the eagle wings drawing. Soft fingers, but keep moving the shoulder blades, the arms, the elbows, the back of the hands back. Engage the belly, flex the feet, lift the chin. And then as you exhale, next exhale, cross left over right, let your hands rest on the opposite shoulder. From here, we're going to lift the chin, move the belly forward, bring the elbows towards the thighs. And then release the arms and maybe reach the toes. And then soften the shoulders and lift the chin. Let the elbows be bent. So if you need to, hands come onto the shins. If you can hold the toes, make sure the calves stay connected. Deep breath in, deep breath out. From here, as we come up, hands beside us, we're going to come back to cross-legged. So let's bring right in front of the left. Lean forward, move your seat back one at a time, move the glutes back. Bring the hands to the knees, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Bring the palms together at the heart, open the arms again, draw the back of the hands back, back of the arms, lift your chin. Create an arch in the back, soft fingers. This time as we exhale, we're gonna draw right over left and find our bind, eagle arms. So maybe you grab your thumb, maybe you find the bind, maybe the back of the hands, maybe you keep the left hand on the shoulder and the right arm is resting on that bent elbow. And think about lifting up. So even if you only have one arm, lift the bottom arm to let the top arm lift. You're still getting your stretch. If you're in your bind, move the elbows tips away and lift the fingers. Deep breath in, deep breath out. If you want more and your shoulders are feeling okay as you exhale, lean forward and bring the arms long. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. Now inhale, fingertips back up and unravel the arms. Exhale, open your arms, open your wings, draw them back. Inhale, bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale, open those wings again. Feel the back arch, feel the shoulders come together. Inhale, palms to the heart. Exhale, open again. Now we're going to switch that top arm. So left arm on top, find your bind. So maybe the back of the hands, maybe you grab your thumb, maybe you rest that left hand and that right arm is reaching up. From here, just lift your elbows. So we're leaning forward a little bit, lifting the elbows. Now, Think about the elbows moving away, the fingers lifting. There's a little tilt forward from the pelvis. If you want to keep going, keep leaning forward from the pelvis and bring the arms straight. Deep breath in, deep breath out. If it's too much for your shoulders, come back up. So never push where the body doesn't want to go, especially when we're all tight and tense, maybe. So we want to stretch, but we don't want to cause ourselves to be so uncomfortable that it starts to turn to pain. So inhale, come back up. Exhale, open the arms like they're wings again. So feel your shoulder blades come together. And then inhale, palms at the heart. And then open again. And then palms at the heart. And one more time, open again. Keep the arms open this time. Now look from hand to hand. Now think about thumbs up, fingers spread. There's energy here. Move forward a little from the pelvis. Take that left hand, bring it across the body to the right knee. Bring that right hand behind before you land it. Turn your chin toward the shoulder. Lift up through the crown of the head. Use that hand as a support, as a brace, so you can get nice and long. Maybe go in a little deeper into your twist. So when you go into the twist, that left shoulder comes forward, more centered, and the right shoulder moves back. And you're kind of looking for to square the shoulders in the twist as well. Press the fingertips down, keep a long spine, full breath in, full breath out. Now release, look at your right hand, turn the palm towards you, slowly lift the fingers up, look up. Now maybe you bend the elbow and send the hand over the head to the left and press your right knee into that left hand to anchor you and reach that right arm over the head. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now looking toward your left knee, bring that left hand down and around and bring both hands back out beside you. Relax your shoulders, bring the hands behind, push your chest and chin forward, arch the back. Now think about arms out again. So palms open, fingers spread, you're about level, thumbs up, and start to move the arms like they're attached. So the right arm comes forward to the knee, the left arm moves open behind you. And then look to your front shoulder. So snuggle the shoulder forward, roll the right shoulder back, bring your hand a little closer so it's an anchor for you. Lift up long through the spine and create the twist. So think about snuggling the left shoulder back, letting that right shoulder become more even with that left shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So you're feeling the squeeze at the center. Now, left hand, look at it. Look at your palm, elbows bent. Lift the arm up. Start to reach it over the head to the right. So you're looking up underneath the arm. So maybe you're not going to go low. Maybe you're going to stay just lifting the arm, lifting the elbow, reaching. Or maybe you're going to push that knee into that hand, left knee, and keep moving the body to the right. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more breath. As you release, look to the right knee. Inhale, let that left hand sweep in front of it and bring it back to the left and bring the right hand back to the right. Stretch the legs out. Bring the legs together. Bring the hands behind. Now I want you to think, everybody, look at me for a moment. We're going to get our arms long, palms pressing. Get a nice long spine. Stretch your legs, flex your feet. Now turn your hands. We're not going to turn our hands. We're going to bend our elbows and we're going to bring the palms down and back. So fingers are facing forward. Land the pads of the fingers, move back into the palm of the hand. Start to point your toes. Lift your chest and chin. So here we are. This is the beginning of the pose. So the hands move back. The elbows are bent right now. And the fingers are facing forward. Now think about your toes reaching for the floor. Let your back arch, let your chest lift, let your chin lift, let the shoulders draw back. Feel the shoulder blades come toward each other. The elbows are kind of even here. So when they're not open out to the side, they're pointing back. Now, if you want to, if you feel you can, lift your seat, tuck your chin, look at your toes, reaching for the mat. If you want to continue, lift your head, push your hips up, lift your chest, press into the hands. Don't let your shoulders scrunch. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now look forward towards your toes, flex your feet, move your seat back so they land, it lands between your hands. And then inhale, lift the arms up, move, keep the arms lifted, move the belly, chest, and chin forward, and let the hands land where they land. So elbows soft, shoulders soft, chin reaching forward, toes facing upward. Full breath in, full breath out. This breath in, this breath out. One more breath. Now bring the hands back to the shins, lift the shoulders, bring the hands back to the mat. So we're going to come to cross-legged again. Other leg in front. Cross your leg. Now lean forward, move your seat back. Just snuggle one side, then the other. Bring your hands to that leg that's in front. Lift up, pull the leg in, lean forward. Bring your palms to the floor. Let your elbows, back of the triceps resting against the outside of that front leg. Reach the crown of the head forward. Let your spine lengthen. Let your shoulders snuggle back. Let your palms just rest. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Deep breath in and let it go. One more breath and let it go. Tips of the fingers, walk your hands back, one hand on the knee, then the other. Big shoulder rolls. So I'm rounding, drawing them forward, lifting them, and opening the chest as I move them back and down. Exaggerate the movement. So let the back round, bring the shoulders forward, lift them by the earlobes and move them back and down one more time. And then let your hands hold the knees. So bring them, cup your fingers on your knees. So bring the arms around the outer edge of the leg, fingers resting on, pressing those knees, lifting up the spine nice and long. Close the eyes, let the weight of your seat land. Let the crown of the head float up on the next inhale. As you exhale, let the weight of the shoulders land. Draw the belly in as you exhale. And let the weight of the body land on the mat. Now, open the eyes. We're going to reach the arms out, palms up. As we inhale, draw the elbows past the ribs. As you exhale, press the hands away. So inhale, deep breath in. Exhale. Draw the belly in. Inhale, deep breath in. Draw the elbows past the ribs. Exhale. Inhale. Close the eyes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, palms up, reach out and up. Exhale. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale. Palms at the heart. Shoulders settle. Knees soft. And we'll end with the vibration of the sound of Om. So the fullness of the inhale creates the vibration of the sound. So feel your fingertips, feel your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Namaste, everyone.